look on National Carmel Racehorse Digest. Hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. We hope you enjoyed your July 4th holiday weekend. You know, it was a weekend of record-breaking performances. A world record for the mile was set last Saturday in New York in the Poker Handicap at Belmont Park. Let's take a look now at Elusive Quality, a 5-year-old son of Gone West, ridden by Jerry Bailey, trained by Bill Mott. He covered the mile 1:31.3 on the firm turf course. That's a fifth of a second faster than last year's mark, 1:31.4 by Atticus at Santa Anita. Elusive Quality's world record-setting fractions included 22.3 and a half and 44.2. And at Delaware Park, the 19-year-old mile and a 16th track record held by the great Spectacular Bit has fallen. Lies of Omission went 1:41.2 on a fast main track, taking a fifth of a second off the bid's 1979 record. The 6-year-old gelding is trained by Katie Voss. Well, our July 4th Saturday feature race was the historic Suburban Handicap at Belmont Park. Thoroughbreds 3 and up, going 1.25 miles. The purse $350,000. Take a look at the field now for the 112th running of the Grade 2 Suburban. Final odds presented by Las Vegas. Mr. Sinatra stays in as part of the entry. Subordination at 7-2, getting some early support. Blazing Sword, Wagon Limit, Ordway. Now let's take a look at the favorites. Frisk Me Now, 9-2, and the favorite, Accelerator with Mike Smith on the outside. We join Tom Durkin now for our feature race. Here's the call of the Suburban Handicap.
Off. Subordination off to a sharp start from the inside and quickly assumes the lead. There goes Sir Bear. Mr. Sinatra with some early speed today. Frisbee now is up close and he's running fourth. Blazing Sword settles down on the inside in fifth. Then it's Ordway Accelerator. Wagon Limit is the early trailer as Subordination takes the field into the backstretch. Subordination the leader by a length. Sir Bear is taken back in hand, hard held, running second. Mr. Sinatra in the clear on the far outside third as jockey A. Barcoa tries to slow down the pace here with front-running Subordination. The opening quarter in 24 1/5 seconds. The pace comfortable enough here for the speedy Subordination, the leader by a measured length over Sir Bear's second a length. Mr. Sinatra races third. Frisbee now is fourth. He's about 4 lengths from the lead. Ordway and Blazing Sword running fifth and sixth. Wagon Limit and stretch running Accelerator. Accelerator is 10 lengths from the lead with 5.5 furlongs to go. The opening half mile in 48 seconds flat. Subordination on cruise control. The leader as they move into the far turn. There's really been no pressure yet from Sir Bear, but now he's taking him on as the field moves into the far turn. There goes Sir Bear to the neck of Subordination. They run 3/4 in 1:11.2. The tempo has increased. The leader, Subordination, and Sir Bear keeping up the pressure. Second by 3. Frisk Me Now in striking range on the outside third. Ordway is fourth. On the inside, Blazing Sword fifth. Mr. Sinatra, an Accelerator begins to accelerate now. Wagon Limit is last as the field turns for home. Subordination trying to fend off Sir Bear. Sir Bear on the outside grabs the lead from Subordination at the top of the stretch. Frisbee now is set down for the drive, and he's coming hard. Ordway coming on through in between horses. Ordway bulls his way through. They're in the final furlong. Frisbee now takes the lead. Sir Bear second. Ordway down toward the inside. Farther back, Mr. Sinatra. They're coming down to the finish, and Frisbee now wins the Suburban.
Frisk Me Now has earned a spot now in the August 8th Whitney Handicap at Saratoga with his courageous half-length victory in the Suburban. The 4-year-old son of Mr. Frisky, owned by Carol Dender, trained by her husband Bob Eddie King, was the jockey. Frisk Me Now coming on the outside here, was bred in Florida by Farnsworth Farms. He's now earned over $1.3 million. The favorite Accelerator finished last. Our Remembering feature takes us back to a Suburban Handicap of the past. This is the 1993 Suburban, the big dark colt. Leading the way home is the 4-year-old Devil Is Due, owned by Lion Crest Stable.
Coming to mid-stretch, Devil Is Due really tested here by West. And your Romer is coming up the inside, but it's still Devil Is Due with something left for the final 100 yards. And he comes under the line as a game winner of the 107th Suburban.
That was the 1993 Suburban. Devil Is Due, trained by Hall of Famer Alan Jerkins, would come back and win the Suburban again the next year in 1994. becoming just the second back-to-back winner in the race's long history. The only other one to do it, Glen Riddle Farms Crusader in 1926 and 1927. National Car Rental Race Horse Digest is brought to you by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By Walmack, winning the world over. The United Thoroughbred Trainers of America, publishers of the Backstretch magazine. And by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At National Car Rental, we believe that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. Because at most major airports in America, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. National Car Rental.
Let's go!
When you're looking to buy racing success, you start with a successful sire. Theatrical at Brookside Farm in Versailles, Kentucky leads the way. From just 7 crops to race, his sons and daughters have earned almost $30 million worldwide. Theatrical has sired 60 stakes horses, 40 stakes winners, and over half have won graded stakes. Brookside Farms Eclipse and Breeders' Cup champion Theatrical, a champion at stud.
I'm Ironhead Hayward. I'm used to challenges, and I challenge you to try Zest Deodorant Body Wash. Now, I hear you snickering.
But Ironhead, aren't body washes for ladies?
Listen, chump, Zest doesn't have heavy moisturizers.
But Ironhead, what's with this thingy?
That lather builder works with Zest Body Wash to give you twice the fresh-smelling lather of this bar, and it rinses cleaner, so you're cleaner, more refreshed, period.
Zest Body Wash. Get cleaner, more refreshed.
Get Zestfully clean.
Keep the American Quarter Horse reigning supreme by carrying the AQHA Designer or Gold Master card. Issued by MB&A America, sponsors of the American Quarter Horse Racing Challenge and the Youth World Championship Show. The AQHA Designer and Gold Master card ensures smooth riding and winning benefits. Call 1-800-847-7378 to apply for the MB&A America Designer or Gold Master card. The only cards good enough for America's horse.
America's top 3 money-earning thoroughbreds remain the same: Silver Charm, Skip Away, and Real Quiet. Now, the first of our 2 race recaps from a busy holiday weekend takes us to the West Coast, Hollywood Park, for the Grade 1 Beverly Hills Handicap. It's for fillies and mares 3 and up. They go 1.25 miles on the turf. Pick up the call now from track announcer Luke Kreitboss of the Beverly Hills Handicap at Hollywood Park, one of their big stakes races for the holiday weekend.
6 furlongs in an unhurried 113 and 1. 6C Saint 3/4 in front. Squeak turns up the heat from the outside in second. Green Jewel back pedals now from third. Proud Billy up the inside rail. See You Soon cracks it up on the far outside. And Freeport Flight at the top of the stretch at 6C Saint. And she's set down for the drive. Cutting the corner, half a length in front. Squeak bend right to her throat the last 1/4 mile. Down to the final furlong they go. Still 6C Saint dogging on the lead. Freak on the far outside. 6C Saint from Squeak, who's gaining fast. 6C Saint digs in doggedly. 6C Saint from Squeak. Squeak gets up to nail it in the final stride.
Squeak, coming to the States from her native England last November, picks up the $180,000 first place check by a neck in the Beverly Hills Handicap. Selkirk Daughter, conditioned by Ben Cecil for owner Gary Tanaka. Jockey Gary Stevens riding the filly here to the winner's circle. Squeak has been in the money 7 times out of 9 starts. 6C Saint, the Toffin and McCaffrey entry, who led the entire race, finished in 2nd place. Saturday, the 4th of July at Hollywood Park, they celebrated with the 59th running of the Grade 2 American Handicap for 3-year-olds on the turf at 1 1/8 miles. Purse $150,000. Watch for the 2 Magellan coming up on the rail in the yellow cap.
They head for home. Sherakan in front of a big firing line of 5 across the track. But Sherakan is still there by 2. Sherakan, Magellan coming gamely between horses. Bonapartiste on the far outside. Magellan hitting the front of 16th from home. Bonapartiste on the outside. Magellan, Bonapartiste surging at him. Magellan game and holding him off. Magellan winning the American Handicap. He won it by an egg to Bonapartiste, and Sherakan was 3rd.
Magellan, another English-bred trained by Ben Cecil, ridden by jockey Gary Stevens, chalking up their second 4th of July victory for owner Gary Tanaka. Magellan, a 5-year-old by Hansel, had not raced since last November when he finished 4th in the Grade 2 citation. This time, Magellan pulled Gary Stevens to the victory. Afterwards, Gary commented, "This is the strongest horse I have ever ridden, bar none. He can really pull you." Butterfish, the favorite, needed some strength. He tired and finished last. Finishing up the holiday weekend at Hollywood Park, here's the Grade 2 $100,000 Landaluce Stakes. A race for 2-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. On the lead here and rolling for home, Bob Baffert's filly, Hooked On to Feelin'. Named by Bob after winning the Kentucky Derby and Preakness 2 years in a row. Chestnut had no problem holding off the rest of the field here, scoring by 4 lengths. Gary Stevens in the irons. He swept all 3 weekend stakes with this win on Hooked On to Feelin'. Stevens also won this race with Serena's Song in 1994. Bob Baffert trains a daughter, City Dancer, for owner Mike Pegram. The chestnut was purchased for $110,000 as yearling at the Keeneland sales. Landaluce, her first graded stakes win. Now let's head to Texas, Lone Star Park, the $200,000 Lone Star Park Handicap, open to 3-year-olds and up. It's a race of 1 1/16 on the main track. 7-year-old Prince of the Mountain is on the lead here. He'll hold on as long as he can before Watch Mocha Express. Closing steadily and will catch the Prince here at the wire. Mocha Express, a Texas-bred champion, coming strong here, the 5 on the outside, and will just get up there by a head. Mocha Express runs to the wire, collecting the $123,000 first prize. This bargain priced $11,000 yearling at the Keeneland sale makes it 3 in a row for his connections. The 4-year-old colt by Java Gold, owned by Roger Harder and Don Strait. Tim Harder, the trainer. That's jockey Marlon St. Julian up for the ride. Bob Baffert's Annette, the 1-5 favorite, finished 4th. Lone Star Park held its second running of the $150,000 USA Stakes on Saturday. The race opened to 3-year-olds. Bob Baffert bought out Mike Pegram's Committa Size. It was the 3-5 favorite.
3 furlongs to go. Committa Size at code 6. They've been 1-2 since the break, and Committa Size is looking good at the quarter pole. Committa Size there to code 6 is in a full-out drive. Dernier Croisset is running 3rd. Then Ancient Quest, and down inside Houston Slew. They're in the stretch. And it's Committa Size. Committa Size there by 5. A lone furlong left at Lone Star. Committa Size clear to Dernier Croisset, who's gaining ground second, but Committa Size is home free. Committa Size on to win the USA Stakes. Baffert and Flores combine again to take the USA Stakes by 5 from Dernier Croisset.
Committa Size wins like a favorite supposed to for the duo of owner Mike Pegram and trainer Bob Baffert. Jockey David Flores on for the ride. This 3-year-old son of Explosion took the lead early and won by 2 3/4 lengths over Dernier Croisset. Committa Size purchased at the Keeneland sales for a mere $20,000. The dark brown colt has been off the board only once in 13 lifetime starts. Is now on 3 of his last 4. David Flores to the winner's circle at Lone Star. No change among the point leaders. The Visa 3-year-old championship, just as they were in the Triple Crown. Real quiet and victory gallop, 1-2. Next, it's quarter horse racing from Texas, Idaho, and Southern California.
Got a question about daily racing form but don't know who to ask? We've got your number. Call 1-800-306-3676. This one simple toll-free call will get you all the answers, like how to get the charts you need, where to find the form, and who has the latest handicapping software and products. Don't waste your time wondering when you could be winning. Call Daily Racing Form's Customer Information Center at 1-800-306-3676. We're your racing information source for the next 100 years.
Every week in the Blood Horse, complete color coverage of racing around the country and the world, delivered right to your door. The Blood Horse for just $1.63 a week. Subscribe now and receive 2 free special issues. The Source, a $19.95 value free. And the Stallion Register, a $29.95 value free with your 1-year subscription. Call 1-800-237-8400, extension 400. Now the Blood Horse is interactive on the World Wide Web, www.bloodhorse.com.
National League matchup in the mountains when Barry Bonds and the Giants scale the heights to take on Vinny Castilla and the Rockies. The Sunday night game of the week. Sunday at 8 on ESPN.
It's a grand game.
Take a look at the times. We'll be seeing you next week. Back to our regular schedule, 3:30 Wednesday. Well, it's early July, but the available spots for the $300,000 MBNA America Quarter Horse Racing Challenge Championship are filling up fast. 2 more finalists were determined after recent action in the Texas and Northwest regions. Now, in the Lone Star State, last year's champion 3-year-old Dashing Perfection looking to cash in on a $20,000 supplemental nomination to the challenge. His opposition included Cool Q Baby, already a qualifier, and Sam Houston Parks champion Lawyer La Jolla. Here's the call.
They're on their way in the MBNA Challenge. Dashing Strawfly came out very alertly down on the inside. Lawyer La Jolla also up quickly. Center of the racetrack is Dashing Perfection. Dashing Perfection moving well. Cool Q Baby also in there. The far outside is Bushfire. Lawyer La Jolla down on the inside with a short lead. Dashing Perfection coming on the outside. Won't get there. Lawyer La Jolla wins it by a half length. Dashing Perfection second and a photo for third.
Lawyer La Jolla takes the Texas Regional by a half length. Dashing Perfection comfortably second. Cool Q Baby could never get into it after breaking flat-footed. Lawyer La Jolla, the horse of the meet last year at Sam Houston, knows his way to the winner's circle, again showing his affinity for the 440-yard distance. His veteran jockey Alvin Bro set up. He guided the 6-year-old to victory for owner A.J. Shaw Jr. and trainer Steve Van Weber. Now to Idaho, the Northwest Regional. Just take it easy. 8-5 choice here, but watch on the outside for Royal Peepers.
And they're up and running in the NBA Stakes. Away first on the outside. That is Peg's Little Angel running on the inside. Just take it easy. Real Runaway is there. It's Just Take It Easy. On the outside, Royal Peepers late. Just Take It Easy, Royal Peepers. It is Royal Peepers by a head. Just Take It Easy second, followed by Tic Tac Whoa.
Royal Peepers breaks in front and never looks back as he rolls to a half-length victory over the favorite Just Take It Easy. The track labeled slow, which explains the 440-yard laborious time at 22:29. Royal Peepers, owned by Princess Abigail Kawana-Nakoa, trained by Lynn Melton, who also saddled the second-place finisher. Winning jockey Berkeley Packer was able to get the 4-year-old gelding to do something he usually doesn't do, break on top. So Royal Peepers and Lawyer La Jolla bring to 6 the number of qualifiers to the November 14th final. Only 4 spots remain. SLM Big Daddy and Dashing Perfection looking for a way in. Now to Retama Park, San Antonio. Grade 1 stakes winner Gold, favored to make it 2 in a row. Retama Park Futurity.
Runners away. The Retama Park Futurity. Gold got off quick. Just to the outside, Vital Time, MJB, Landy O'Toole's fast into stride as they charge down the stretch. Middle of the track, it's Gold showing the way. On the inside, Jennifer Cates right there, but Gold's gonna win the Grade 1 Retama Park Futurity.
Gold could be called the unofficial quarter horse of the World Cup, and he's currently scoring at a better pace than many of those soccer teams. He records his second Grade 1 victory of the year here, having taken the Heritage Place Futurity in May. Gold is owned and trained by Alberto Solis, ridden by Juan Vasquez. Solis is now contemplating paying the $50,000 supplement to the $2 million All-American Futurity. Probably do it now while World Cup fever is still raging. Gold, an impressive winner at Retama. Now in the $120,000 Retama Park Derby, Tic Tac Texan, the slowest qualifier, but he was sent off the 5-2 favorite. The one to watch is number 1, Casino Bully.
Runners away in the Retama Park Derby, and off fast was Casino Bully from the inside. Mr. Brown Eye picks up the chase from alongside. Valoro from between horses mid-pack. The outside comes My Love Won't Wait. They charge down the stretch in the Derby. The inside, Casino Bully. Mr. Brown Eye's right there. Here comes Quack Attack late, but Casino Bully has scored the Retama Park Derby.
Multiple stakes winner Casino Bully adds another credit to his resume with a half-length victory at Retama Park. Quick Attack was second. Favorite Tic Tac Texan put in a late run to be third. Casino Bully races for Eugene Hill and is trained by Charles Moore. Jockey Brian Green had a smoother ride aboard the winner than he did on the plane to San Antonio, delayed by mechanical problems, really causing him to miss the race. Well, this Friday at Los Alamitos, the Golden State Derby will offer a matchup between 2 of the nation's top 3-year-olds. Champion Corona Cash stayed perfect for the year by recording the fastest time in the Golden State Trials.
Now in the finals, Corner Cash will meet this year's other leading 3-year-old filly, Girls Secrets, who impressed everyone with her come-from-behind victory in last month's California Sires Cup Derby. In addition, the Derby matchup will showcase Los Alamos' 2 leading female trainers, including, there she is, the AQHA champion trainer, Donna MacArthur, and Kelly Long, who's enjoying a fine season as a trainer of a large portion of Dr. Allred's powerful stable. One of them will be training the nation's top 3-year-old filly following the $122,000 Golden State Derby Finals. The American Quarter Horse Association provides a toll-free number for you to call. It's 1-800-414-RIDE. Our second thoroughbred race recap is straight ahead.
Let's go!
Vacation travelers know that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go, National Car Rental, especially if you're going to the happiest place on earth. Because as the official car rental company of Disneyland in Southern California, National gets you in your car and on the road fast for a family vacation you'll never forget. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to Disneyland with National Car Rental.
Why is quarter horse racing different? It's more exciting at the start, faster in the middle, closer at the finish, and it's easier to learn. With a variety of publications, videos, and seminars, there's helpful information available for newcomers and experts alike. So dig in, hang on, let the dirt fly, and let AQHA help. Call 1-800-414-RIDE.
You heard about the High Endurance Deodorant Challenge from Old Spice? It's great at stopping odor. But what if you got to stop sweat? Well, now High Endurance makes a powerful new antiperspirant. A white solid that goes on clear. See? No white flakes. So you can stay dry without the white mess you get from some other antiperspirants. Guaranteed. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and Old Spice will buy you a stick of yours. So take the challenge. Because this is more than just an antiperspirant. This is the high endurance of antiperspirants.
Delta, British Airways, Northwest, KLM, United. All of these, in fact, most of the world's major airlines, domestic and international, rely on this oil company for fuel. When it really counts, they seem to be the one to count on. With that in mind, what kind of gasoline do you think they'd make for your car? You'd be right. Citgo, when it counts.
As we begin the second half of 1998, here's an update of America's leading thoroughbred trainers. Bob Baffert, Billy Mott, Wayne Lucas, the top 3. And here's a look ahead at upcoming races in the Breeders' Cup National Stakes schedule the next 2 Saturdays at Monmouth Park and at Laurel Park.
We're racing in Iowa at Prairie Meadows. This is the Cornhusker Breeders' Cup, a Grade 3 event. Bill Mott's acceptable to 3-1 second choice in the dark blue silks, the black cap on the rail. Just about to give up the lead here to Beboppin' Baby. Beboppin' Baby will hang on to the wire here and win it by half a length in the Cornhusker. Phantom on Tour, the race favorite, faded to 7th. Beboppin' Baby, another Keeneland sales bargain, purchased as a yearling for just $2,500. And Beboppin's payoff, $150,000 in the Cornhusker. Also did it in a track record time for the mile and an eighth, 1:46.3. 5-year-old gelding by Hatchet Man, owned by Lawrence Karp, trained by Joe Kaspersky, ridden by Jesse Campbell. Now let's head to New York, Belmont Park on Sunday. It's the Grade 2 Tom Fool Handicap with $150,000 in the purse. The sprint is 7 furlongs on the main track for 3-year-olds and up. Heavy favorite, Bill Mott's Richter Scale. Bankers Gold at the top of the stretch. Richter Scale trying to respond. Bankers Gold, the leader, 3/4 of a length. Richter Scale is running second, and Western Borders is kicking in, and Partners Hero, they're coming into the final furlong. It's Bankers Gold, a short lead. Nothing left for Richter Scale. Here comes Western Borders. Here comes Boundless Moment on the far outside, and Partners Hero. Boundless Moment with the late burst of energy. Bankers Gold toward the inside. Western Borders checked. 3-horse photo finish.
The photo goes to Bankers Gold, the son of 49er, winning the Tom Fool after running second in his last 2 races. The Alan Jerkins trained colt, owned by Georgia Hoffman, ridden by George Chavez. Bankers Gold purchased a Keeneland for $325,000 as a yearling. He'll make his next start in the Grade 1 Whitney in Saratoga. The 4-5 favorite Richter Scale finished 5th. Well, the national panel each month helps select the United Thoroughbred Trainer of the Month, presented by Walmack. In June, the choice, an up-and-coming young trainer, Todd Pletcher. His horses so far this year have earned more than $2 million. Todd worked as an assistant to top trainer Dwayne Lucas for 6.5 years, beginning in 1989, before going out on his own. In June, he saddled a pair of Grade 1 winners in less than a week. First, it was Archer's Bay, here taking Canada's top 3-year-old race, the Queen's Plate, in just his 6th lifetime start. And the star of the Todd Pletcher barn, the 3-year-old filly Jersey Girl, taking the second jewel of the New York Triple Tierra Series when she won the Mother Goose. She'll go for the sweep on July 25th in the Coaching Club Stakes. Todd Pletcher leading her way into the winner's circle there. Congratulations to Thoroughbred Trainer of the Month, Todd Pletcher, UTTA Walmack Trainer of the Month for June. When we return, we'll say goodbye to Hall of Fame jockey Sandy Holly.
Harness racing and the internet, an information super raceway where the sport comes alive through technology. A computer and access to the internet bring harness racing to your fingertips. Race entries and results from tracks throughout the U.S. Important news items, special coverage of major events, the best of Hoofbeats magazine, multimedia, and email. Plus links to sites around the harness racing world are yours free. Point, click, enjoy harness racing. Visit the United States Trotting Association site on the web today.
Some athletes don't care about endorsements. Some athletes don't care how many fans they have or what kind of shoes they wear. Some athletes don't even care if they're televised coast to coast. They just want to run. The Triple Crown takes a lot of heart, but at the ticket booth, they don't take American Express. Visa, proud to be the sponsor of the Visa Triple Crown Challenge.
This magazine captures the sizzle of sports, the glory, the joy, the pathos.
What's up with Dion? Has he really found religion? Can he save America's team? Get me inside the Braves pitching staff. Are they the best ever? And give me the scoop on Punch and Igor. Are these free-swinging Rangers for real? Print it, baby!
National Car Rental Racehorse Digest is being brought to you by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By Alan and Madeline Paulson's Brookside Farm. And by the American Quarter Horse Association, serving the American quarter horse racing industry and America's horse. Our Brookside News Thoroughbred Report begins with a farewell to one of the sport's classiest and most successful jockeys, Canadian Sandy Holly. On July 1st, the 49-year-old closed out his 31-year riding career as he got a leg up on his 31,455th mount at Woodbine in Toronto, Canada. Sandy finished third in that final race and took a few moments to reflect on his career.
And I remember looking at the program and just hoping one day I'd get my name on that list of leading riders. But never did I ever think, in my wildest dreams, that I'd have the career that I've had.
Sandy Holly won 6,449 races. He's been inducted into both the Canadian and American Racing Hall of Fames. He's won Eclipse and Sovereign Awards. I want to wish he and his wife, Lisa, the very best in a successful retirement. Well, one of last year's top 3-year-olds, Freehouse, makes his return to the races this Saturday at Hollywood Park in the $100,000 Bel Air Handicap. The 4-year-old, owned by John Toffin and Trudy McCaffrey, earned over $1.3 million, winning the Santa Anita Derby and the Swaps, and finishing second in the Preakness, third in both the Kentucky Derby and the Belmont Stakes. Chris McCarron will be Freehouse's new jockey. And for one of the most successful thoroughbreds of last year to, well, one of the sport's least successful. Take a look at Finger Lakes Racetrack. The number 2 post position there. The gates open and Zippy Chippy stays in the starting gate. Zippy Chippy would make up some ground here, but not enough. He would finish 5th, his 84th straight loss. And remind you, American Championship Harness Series action finals, the Meadowlands Pace, the $1 million race, Saturday, 11 Eastern. And on ESPN 2, NTRA 2-day at the races, the Dwyer. Part of the show live Sunday at 6:30. Ground transportation provided by National Car Rental. For worldwide reservations, call 1-800-CAR-RENT. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.